Oh, guys, I am nervous for some reason. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am very nervous, and I don't even know why. I have officially signed my offer letter for the new opportunity. This is not just a trucking job, and that whole thing is making me so nervous because I'm used to just being a trucker, and you know, we're not required to be professional at all times. And I need a drink of water. Sorry, I should have had a drink of water before I got on here. I normally don't like water, but that was very refreshing. Anyways, you know, what I'm going to do has like standard operating procedures and like dress codes and guidelines, and oh my god. I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I'm gonna be learning a whole different kind of thing, and that's freaking me out, gotta be honest. Burping up the water now. I've been real burpy lately. Anyways, I'm excited, and sort of a philosophy I live by in life is, if it makes you nervous, you're probably on the right track, right? So that's where we're at. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. I'm like, oh my god. Here we go. So the offer letter signed, all the onboarding paperwork is filled out. They're working on finding me a place to drug test today. Whew, okay, we can handle all that. And I am getting ready to send a message to my dispatcher to say I am headed that way to return the truck. And I've never been nervous about this before, but for some reason I am today. But I'm going to be professional, but I'm going to say that I was hired under sort of a false pretense that my home time would be not a problem, as they say. Now, what I'm going to do doesn't grant me a whole lot of home time, and that's not the point. I've been saying in the videos, it's not, I don't really worry about how long I'm out, but when we say something, we should do what's in our power to do that thing. And that's what's making me really not happy. So, you know, something along the lines of, you know, I was hired under false pretense that this request wouldn't be a problem, and it has been a problem, and my time has value, you know. Just as we come into a company and we do what we're supposed to do, we make our appointments on time. If we don't, we're communicating why. I expect the same kind of treatment for me. And I don't think I'm being crazy in expecting that. I don't think that that's an overreaction. It's not like, okay, one time, like, your home time was an issue. It's been every time. You know, even when I went actually home, you know, I'm in Colorado, and that turned into a mess also. And for this company, it's not even hard to get to Colorado. It's not that they didn't get me there. It's that they got me there a day early, and I asked if I could, you know, they got plenty of local work. Can I do something to kind of use up this day? Because as much as I like seeing the people I care about, I also like making money. And they completely dropped the ball on communication with me, and just left me sitting in Denver for a whole day, for half a day, and didn't tell me anything. And then my other place that I go visit, I know that all sounds silly. Why do you go visit somewhere else? And that's just the way it is a little harder to get to. But we discussed it before I got hired, and they said, yeah, since you're only asking it to go there that much, we can make this happen. And it's been both times getting there. The first time I was a day late, which is, it's whatever. It's still my time, and my time has value, as we discussed. But now they are trying to send me there, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 to 5 days late. In the middle of the week, when it makes absolutely no sense for me to do that. And maybe that all sounds like I'm whining, but I asked them if we couldn't make it this weekend, then let's push it out to the next weekend, because it doesn't do me any good to get there on a Tuesday. They said okay. Obviously at the time I didn't know that the Tuesday was going to be a thing, but they said okay to, let's go ahead and do it, let's push it out a week. And then they gave me a load that delivers on a Tuesday, and none of this does me any good at all. So that's how we ended up here. I will be much busier with what I'm going to do. It will probably be standard for me to have time off, pretty much standard for me to have, you know, a few days off every month or something like that. But there can be times where it will be 3 months, 4 months, that it will just be straight. And I know that going into it. That's the part that matters. I know that going into it, and I will always have that schedule months in advance if that's going to be the case. So I will always know, okay, when's the next time I'm going to have time off. I ran out of vape juice again. Yeah. I'm about to choke on the video. I'm sure that was a real nice face, huh? I'm not used to taking a hit off this now. So, it's choking me. Anyways, I don't think I'm saying anything crazy. Communication matters. And just telling a guy what you're going to do goes a long ways. And I could not even get that simple respect. And I get it. We're on the bottom. We're just worker bees, right? But we deserve that amount of respect. You know, we can always be flexible and say, you know, I understand how these things happen. But when you don't communicate at all, then that's where the problem lies. And we, as workers, deserve that same kind of respect that we would offer or afford our company. If there's something going on with me on the road where I'm going to be late, it's beyond my control, there's nothing I can do, I've always made sure anywhere I've worked to communicate that. Boring video, I know, but my nerves are just shot right now, just kind of on edge. And excited, nervous, and really for the next, I think they're getting me a rental car today. I don't really know. I think that's the plan. But for the next couple days, because they said they'll get me a motel room Sunday where I'm going. So for the next couple days, hope I got a place to sleep. Hope I do. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, well, I'm going to send this message to my dispatch, letting them know I'm coming back today, and I expect I will get a phone call shortly after that. I'll let you guys know. I'm trying not to get the company in here because some people know where I was working, but I'm not in the business of calling out companies. So that's why I got a really bad angle right now. But look at this shit. That's my truck that I was driving, sitting right in front of me. All I did was run down to get the rental car. And they're like, I mean, am I taking this too hard? The absolute disrespect. They're like, oh, he's leaving. Let's get another driver in that seat, boys. Another driver. We don't care. We just need another driver in there. So, yeah, I went to get the rental car. I come back, and they're already washing the truck, getting it ready for the next guy. Come on, man. I'm probably taking it too hard. I probably am. But, you know what? I got the company logo in there on the yard truck. I didn't mean to do that. I really don't call out companies. That's not my business to do that. But it feels very disrespectful. It's like you haven't even got your stuff out of the truck yet, and they're trying to get the truck ready for the next guy. You know, just need meat in the seat, as they say, and give a damn. Don't give a damn that I was supposed to be off this weekend. No concerns whatsoever. The only concern is we need to get that truck ready for the next driver. Tisk tisk, trucking industry. Oh well. Hello everybody. Oh, it feels weird driving a car. It seems like I haven't done that in forever. We're rolling, guys. We're rolling. Let me tell you a really funny story. Well, for one, what's really funny is when the camera's not facing me, I feel like I have to yell at it. So if I'm screaming at you, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make my brain understand that even though it's not looking at me, the microphone can still pick me up just fine. And sometimes I have a habit of yelling when it's facing out. So hopefully I'm not doing that. So I had to take the truck back to Dallas, of course, right? And there's a guy I know that lives over there. I haven't talked to him for a couple years, but not for like any reason. It's just we're both busy. You know, I'm an over-the-road trucker. I just kind of forget to reach out to people. But I'd say a year or two ago, I was out there and I had time. So I got a hold of him and we went out and had some barbecue, had some beers, I think, you know, things like that. And so I was down there in Dallas, and it was about a 50-mile trip to where the rental car was. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna reach out to this guy and see if maybe he could help me out. And he says, yeah man, I'll come get you in the morning. We'll go get you that rental car. And I thought I had to pick up the rental car right at 8, right? I'm like, it says 8 a.m. so if I'm not there at 8 a.m. or before, they're gonna give my rental car away, right? You see this guy over here? This Texan doing Texan shit. Texans are the worst drivers in the country. Why don't you just take your sweet ass time and ride that left lane? Because why not? Because why not? I mean, the world's all about you, you know? It's your day. You take your time, and everyone else can just wait. They can just wait. Anyways, Texans cannot drive to save their lives. Sorry, Texans, but it's true. And that's not even close to the crazy stuff you see out here. Anyways, so I asked this dude to come get me. I'm like, well, let's do like 6 a.m. Just so I can make sure I'm there. I get my rental car and all that, right? So dude's like, yeah, man, I'll come get you. Coffee's on you. I said, hell yeah, coffee's on me, right? So I have a horrible time sleeping last night because, like, I am pretty nervous, and I'll try to explain more on that a little bit later. But I have a horrible time trying to get to sleep. Never heard my alarm clock. I wake up to hundreds of messages from this dude. He was just kind of messing with me, you know, where the fuck are you, right, and all that. Dude got there at 5:30 in the morning, ready to pick me up. I wake up at 8 a.m. and he's still there. He's still there. What a guy, right? What a guy. He's hanging out. So I freak out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't believe it. Dude, you should have left me. You should have just left me. He said, no, man, like, you needed help. I'm here to help. He says, I wish you didn't make me wait since 5:30 this morning, but hey, that's all right. So he gets me down to pick up the car at almost 9. And I'm freaking out for no reason. I'm thinking, man, they already gave my car away. What the hell am I going to do? And got there and, of course, got my car. But thank you to that dude for having patience. And, I mean, I was going to Uber anyways if he was not able to do it. But thank you, dude. I'm going to say it in my video. Thank you, sir, for waiting for me and giving me a ride down there. And I'm sorry I am a shitty person sometimes. I really don't mean to be. But sometimes I'm like that. So he got me there. And we got the rental, got it loaded up. And of course, as you guys saw, they're washing the truck as I pull back in to load up my stuff. I'm lucky they didn't just start throwing all my stuff out on the goddamn parking lot. Like, hey, you said you quit. Get the hell out of here, idiot, you know? And to me, that just felt really, really disrespectful. You know, I brought your truck back. Maybe I shouldn't care about it, right? Because the way I see it, when it on my side, is it's just business. If you're not doing what I need from you, then I'm going to leave. And maybe to them it's just business. Also, but it just felt insulting. You know, like, oh, we'll get another driver in there. He'll work here for a month or two, and then we'll repeat the same goddamn process. We'll run him into the ground, Flagstaff to Albuquerque, till he wants to run his head over with the truck. And then when he's had enough, because after we ran him into the ground and then we tell him, hey, we're not going to send you home for your home time, and that's too damn bad, then we'll just be here ready to wash this truck out again for the next guy we do it to. And that's just kind of how I felt about everything. But maybe I'm just taking it too hard. Maybe I'm taking it too hard. So, guys, I talked about it in the first part of the video too, I think. I am so nervous, but I really believe that's a good thing. When you get nervous, it's because you've left your comfort zone. You know, it's because you're trying something you haven't done before, and it's a really, really good thing. And it's been a lot of years since I've been nervous about a job, because it's all just trucking. You know, you just get in a truck and you do your thing, haul freight, and what's there to be nervous about, right? What is there to be nervous about? Oh boy, so what am I going to do? Well, I'll tell you guys. I will tell you actually what the job is. Look at this fucking clown. Oh God, more Texans in the way. So I guess we'll just slow down, because you know these Ram trucks, they clearly have trouble rolling up and down these hills. You know, God damn, find our way back in here. Those Ram trucks, you know, you got to go easy on them. You got to go easy on them. 55 on the interstate. The Texas way. The Texas way. I do not like driving in Texas. I'm sorry, but y'all are the worst drivers I've ever seen. Just bad at it. Just overall really, really bad at it. It's like they're trying to mimic the style of California drivers, especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And like it or not, LA drivers are very, very skilled drivers. And it doesn't matter if you like it or not, that is the fact. LA drivers are whipping in and out of traffic. It's very calculated. It's very quick movements. And if you spent a lot of time there, it makes a lot of sense. And everybody anticipates what everyone else is doing. And I'm sorry, but they are highly, highly skilled drivers in LA. They just are. And the Dallas-Fort Worth area is like trying to mimic that style, but like there's still lead in the water or something. I'm not really sure. It's like, it's just really bad. It's like they try to whip in and out of traffic and they just slam into a concrete barrier, and that's just a normal day in Dallas, you know? Like this guy, well, that's a California driver, never mind. Look at that, California plates. Because they were going a certain speed, and then they just like, you know what, I think I'll just slow it down in the left lane. So I guess I take back everything I said about California. Good for you, buddy. Right when I was talking good about you, you go and fuck it all up. What was I talking about? Being nervous. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what I'm doing. There's like social media policies and things like that, so it's a conversation to have. I don't know that I'll say where I'm working specifically. I don't know that I'll say like what I'm doing specifically ever, but it's all that has to do with their social media policies, right? And I'll worry about that. I'll talk to them about that in orientation. And I'm not going to be like, yo, I'm like this big ass YouTuber, right? So I need to know what I can say. I'm just going to ask them, like, clarify their social media policies and things like that, so I know exactly what I'm allowed and not allowed to do. But what I'm going to do, guys, you ready for it? You ready for it? I'm going on tour, baby. Hell yeah, I'm going to drive for concerts. Entertainment trucking. Oh, I can't believe it. People have been recommending this to me for such a long time. Josh, you got to get into entertainment trucking. You got to at least try it. And I got stuck in a weird mindset. Let me explain the weird mindset I got stuck in. I remember being a brand new truck driver, right? And there were certain jobs you just don't apply for as a brand new trucker. They're not going to hire you anyways. They're not going to take you seriously. You know what? We need this many years of experience and all these things. Guys, we're literally going like 60 on the interstate right now. This is fucking ridiculous. Anyways, we need all these years of experience don't even apply. And somewhere along the line, I got stuck in that mindset of, you know, I don't want to, you know, apply for jobs I'm not qualified for. Guys, I'm 10 years into this. What the fuck was I thinking? I was always so worried that, like, oh, I'm just not qualified to do that job, or for some reason, and I have no idea why. And then when I decided, you know what, I'm going to look into this thing, I went ahead and I pulled the trigger on it, and I got rejected a few times. I did, because it's, I think a lot of it was the job hopping history, but I'll try to remember to talk about that in a minute here too. The job hopping history, I think, is what really got me. I did have a few inspections not go my way when I had that international, and it doesn't look great, but I mean, it happens. It happens. It's not the best thing in the world, but that's the way it goes sometimes. That international was just a piece of shit. Every time I'd fix something, something else would break. Anyways, rejected, and good Lord, I guess this ain't gonna work out. And then one of them called me, and that's the whole process. We work through it, and I'm on my way there. Wow. I am really, really excited. And, you know, it's still going to be driving the truck, but it's not going to be chasing miles anymore. No more chasing miles, guys. Just not going to do it. You know, when you're out on tour, 3 meals a day provided for you, showers provided for you. No more truck stop showers. Now, there are slow times of the year when it comes to, you know, the entertainment business, as far as I understand it. Keep in mind, I'm new here. I'm just going to be learning it. But this company hauls like general freight for those, you know, 3 months or so out of the year where there's just not much going on as far as concert tours go. So being honest, that's going to suck. It's not going to be fun, because quite honestly, I'm sick of it. But at the same time, they pay you. They still pay you your salary. Now, they have a little bit higher salary for the when you're on tour rates, and the salary when you're just hauling general freight. Really, you could do better being paid by the mile, right? But by the time it's all said and done, it's, like I said, either in the last video or earlier in this video, it's pretty much a lateral movement for me as far as compensation goes. But I'm getting into a business that has a ton of opportunity in the future. You know, so taking that break even on the money for something that presents opportunities, to me, is worth it. Plus, it's break even on the money. I'm not losing anything by going to do this. So, I'll take that. Let me get a hit off my vape real quick. I'll get back to you. Normally, I wouldn't tell you, but you're not looking at me right now. Anyways, you know, when you get some experience in that field, just from what I've been looking around at, it's not uncommon to see people breaking 6 figures for doing the job I'm about to go do. Now, I'm not going to be at 6 figures starting out, but I think I'm going to be able to kick back and relax, and I'm sure there's parts of it that's a very grueling schedule. It's like one show to the next, to the next, to the next. We got to go. I'm sure that is a thing, and that's okay. That's okay. But as far as worrying about if I'm going to get my miles doing this kind of work, I don't even have to think about that. Not even a little bit. So that's good. Now, there's going to be times where, you know, I'll be out on tour for 2, 3, 4 months at a time, and I can just forget about my home time. Just forget about home time. You're on tour. But because I know that going into it, it doesn't bother me. You know, if they tell me they're going to do something and they don't, obviously that's an issue. But since that's the way it is, and they told me that's the way it is, that's the way it can be, then I accepted that. And I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And that's what we're going to do. So, you guys know, guys that have been watching for a while, because these last couple videos have done really good. We've gained quite a few subscribers. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. But those of you that have been around for a while, you know this just wasn't working for me. Hauling freight, worried about miles, running till my fucking ears are bleeding or whatever, you know, because it's like I need more miles, or I'm not going to make the money that's acceptable to me to be out here. And I was just really starting to lose my mind with it. I hope that this will be the last time, what I just finished, that will be the last time in my career that I'm worried about miles, because there's so much potential in what I'm going into, not only for like upward mobility and making more money and getting more opportunity, but for just having a much cooler lifestyle. I mean, you could be out there at the concerts, like there's if it's like day to day, like, hey, we got a show, then we got to go on, then another show, we got to go day like that. You probably don't want to be out there, you know, partying like a rock star, hanging out at concerts and things like that. You probably want to be in the truck getting sleep. But there's going to be times where you can do that, you know, or a part of it that I think is really cool, if you're going to be somewhere for 3 or 4 days, and there's probably some of you watching that have done this, so you know better than I do. I'm just kind of speaking off what I think could happen. What in the fuck is going on here now? I mean, come on, guys. Anyways, a part that's really interesting to me is you could be doing concerts like right in the middle of like these downtown areas of major cities. So if you do have a few days off, you're like in walking distance of like the cool stuff that the city has to offer. And that to me sounds like a way cooler way to participate in the trucking lifestyle. I mean, you're gonna be at times up close and personal with like the talent, you know, and this place I'm going to, I'm sure a lot of these places do have rules. Like you can say hello to the band if you'd like, but don't strike up a conversation with them. You know, if they come over and start a conversation with you, it's okay, but don't overstay your welcome. Keep in mind, we're still the truckers, you know, we're not the talent. We're not the talent, we're the truckers. But I mean, just a way cooler way to do truck driving. So I hope it goes well for me. I know I'm going to have days that aren't great, where I'm just going to be tired because it's just nonstop, and that's okay. That's okay. But what I'm really hoping is that this is the last time in my life that I'm worried about getting my miles. I will leave the general freight to the new guys. Enjoy it. Good luck. Have fun. Get your miles. Shower in the truck stops. Do all this stuff that I've done for all these years. God damn it, I've done my time. I've paid my dues out here chasing miles, you know? So, guys, wish me luck. When I start to get in a really shitty mood and say, man, fuck this, because you never know, I just might, I want you guys to talk me down off the ledge and say, Josh, remember how excited you were. Remember how excited you were when you got to jump on these concert tours, all right? Don't forget that. Because you know what's going to happen, Josh, if you walk away from that. You're going to be out there in a truck chasing miles again, showering in a love truck stop, doing all this nonsense that you don't want to do. So guys, remind me, okay, that it's not going to be better just because I'm having a bad day somewhere. But I'm done. I'm out. As of right now, I'm no longer chasing miles for a living. Also, they offer like 2.5 paid vacation days per month. They're accrued every month. I'm sure there's companies that do better than that. But like, hey, every month you've earned 2.5 days. There you go. That covers your home time without a care in the world about how you're going to get paid. I love it. I'll have bad days, but I'm going to get through it. And we're going to see what kind of opportunity is out there with this. Thank you guys so much for following along the absolute insanity of this channel. Thank you to those of you that understand why I do what I do. We demand respect as drivers. We demand to be paid for our time. God damn it. And we demand, if you cannot provide our home time at the time we asked, we demand an explanation and a plan for how you're going to do it. And if that's too much to ask, trucking companies, they'll find someone else to sit in that seat and take it, because it ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. Guys, please wish me luck, and I wish you luck too, but Lord help me. We are off to do just different things, and I could not be more excited. See you guys soon. Have a good one out there.